Hi, welcome to my next video for this month. I feel like it's been forever since I've been in front of the camera because I did like a project behind it. Really like that video, but this month, what I'm going to be doing is learning how to draw backgrounds. The reason that I'm learning how to do this is because for one of my senior project classes, I'm actually making a sort of animated, but it's going to be like an animatic short film, and I need to know how to draw backgrounds for it. I'm actually going to be working with Marcus on this, and he's going to be helping me with the character design, and then we're going to be writing a story and all this other stuff. But basically, I need to learn how to draw backgrounds and learn like perspective and learn like how to draw them in a simple kind of way, but in a way that's detailed enough to showcase what we want to. And I've never really drawn backgrounds before, especially in like an animated kind of way. So I don't really know how this is going to go, but that's kind of the point of the video. My idea is going to be that I'm going to start out by drawing a few just to kind of see how I am and like where I am, and then I'm going to go and watch some videos, learn some more, practice, and then probably practice some more. And then I will return to the scenes that I wanted to create, and then I'm going to redraw them, and then I'm going to compare and contrast what I've done in the beginning and the end, and then that'll be the video. So I'm going to go start practicing, and I'm going to do I'm going to do 3 backgrounds for the beginning and for the end. And then after that, then we'll see how I've been doing and kind of where I am at that, and then that'll be my video. So I will see you guys in like 2 seconds. So I first started by drawing out one of the backgrounds that I needed for my upcoming project. It's actually just the outside of the building that the people are going to be living in. And Procreate is really great because it automatically will make a time lapse of me drawing. And this is what you're seeing right now. And it was kind of difficult because I don't really know what I'm doing, and I was kind of just making something to make something. And I honestly don't think it was that bad, but it could definitely be improved. And I think there's a lot of stuff that I could do to make it better. But this is what the first one I came up with was, and it's just all right. Here's the second one, just for reference. I think I need to add a little bit more just to the room itself. And then here's the third one. So I know there's definitely a lot of stuff I can improve on, but I guess that's what the rest of the video is about. So let's start learning. So I started learning by watching a bunch of YouTube videos while snacking because, let's face it, I'm going to eat food while I do this. And I watched these 4 videos, and they were pretty similar in some areas, but they're also really helpful in other areas, and I learned a lot from them. So after I watched these 4 videos, I actually did a practice on my own, and I think the biggest thing for me is going to be perspective and learning to use these lines to kind of make sure that my images look correct, and that's going to be like the biggest thing for me to focus on. And I could work on details later because I feel like that's not as big of a problem for me. But let's start redrawing these backgrounds now that I have a little bit more knowledge. Okay, so I finished all of my drawings, and I think I did pretty good. I think that I learned a lot, and I got a lot better at drawing. When I look at it, I think like the biggest thing for me was learning perspective and like learning how to use it, and then how to make things look a certain way. And then I think adding in details was the other biggest thing, because without the details, like it doesn't really make sense. and it doesn't look as lived in. So I think those were probably the biggest things. Like looking at my first, second, third one, like those are all things that I think I learned a lot about, and I did pretty well. So yeah, I would say this first video is a success, and I enjoyed making it. And yeah, I will see you in next month's video, which I promise I will get in a lot earlier. So bye bye.